Have you ever wondered how a man who barely spoke in his videos became one of the most famous people on earth? Today, I want to share the incredible journey of Khaby Lame, a story that proves you don't always need words to change your life. Sometimes, all you need is patience, authenticity, and the courage to keep going when everything seems to be falling apart. Khaby Lame wasn't born into fame or fortune. He was born as Khaby Lame on March 9, 2000, in Senegal. When he was just a baby, his family moved to Italy, hoping to build a better future. Like millions of immigrant families, they didn't have much. They lived in public housing, worked hard every single day, and dreamed of opportunities that seemed far away. Growing up wasn't easy for Khaby. His family struggled financially, but they never stopped believing that hard work would eventually pay off. As a kid, Khaby loved sports, especially soccer and basketball. He wasn't thinking about becoming famous. He was simply trying to enjoy life and help his family however he could. After finishing school, Khaby found a job as a machine operator at a factory near Turin, Italy. It wasn't glamorous, but it paid the bills. Every morning, he woke up early, worked long shifts, and came home exhausted. Like many young adults, he believed that this would probably be his life for years to come. Then, in 2020, the world changed. The COVID-19 pandemic swept across the globe. Businesses shut down, cities became quiet, and millions of people lost their jobs. Khaby was one of them. The factory where he worked had to let employees go, and suddenly, he found himself unemployed with no clear direction. Imagine how frightening that must have felt. No steady paycheck, no certainty about tomorrow, just endless questions about the future. For many people, losing a job would have been the end of the story. For Khaby, it became the beginning. With plenty of free time at home, he started scrolling through TikTok. At first, he simply watched videos like everyone else. Eventually, he decided to upload a few clips himself. His early videos weren't perfect. They received only a handful of views. But instead of giving up, he kept experimenting. Then something unexpected happened. Khaby noticed that many people were making overly complicated, life hack, videos. They would use strange tools or unnecessary tricks to accomplish simple tasks. Instead of criticizing them with words, Khaby responded in the simplest way possible. He would quietly show the easy solution, look straight into the camera, shrug his shoulders, and spread his hands as if to say, "Why make life so complicated?" That expression became legendary. The funniest part was that he barely spoke. His silence made everyone understand the joke, no matter what language they spoke. Whether someone lived in America, Brazil, India, Japan, or Pakistan, they could instantly understand his humor. His videos exploded across the internet. One viral clip turned into 10. 10 became 100. Millions of followers became tens of millions. Before long, Khaby Lame wasn't just a TikTok creator, he was one of the biggest social media stars in the world. What made his success so special wasn't expensive cameras or dramatic editing. It was authenticity. Khaby never tried to pretend he was someone else. His facial expressions, natural reactions, and simple personality made people feel connected to him. As his popularity grew, major brands began calling. Fashion companies, technology brands, luxury businesses, and global organizations all wanted to work with him. He walked international red carpets, attended fashion weeks, and collaborated with some of the biggest celebrities in the world. The young man who once worried about paying bills was now sitting beside athletes, actors, musicians, and world-famous entrepreneurs. But despite all the fame, Khaby stayed remarkably humble. He often reminded people that money and popularity can disappear, but kindness and humility last forever. He never forgot where he came from or the struggles his family faced. Those difficult years gave him something that fame could never buy: gratitude. Another inspiring part of his journey involved his legal status in Italy. Although he had lived there almost his entire life, he didn't become an Italian citizen until 2022. Many people celebrated that moment because it represented years of patience and perseverance. It wasn't just paperwork, it was recognition of a life built through resilience. Khaby also proved that success doesn't always come from talking the loudest. In a world where everyone is trying to be heard, he became famous by saying almost nothing at all. That's a powerful lesson. Sometimes your actions speak louder than your words. Sometimes simplicity beats complexity. Sometimes being yourself is your greatest advantage. Today, Khaby Lame has hundreds of millions of followers across social media. His videos have been viewed billions of times. He has become one of the most recognizable internet personalities on the planet. But if you look closely, his content hasn't changed much. He still smiles, shrugs, and reminds us that life doesn't have to be complicated. His journey teaches us something we all need to remember. Failure isn't always the end. Losing your job doesn't mean you've lost your future. Being different isn't a weakness, it can become your greatest strength. If Khaby had given up after losing his factory job, the world might never have known his name. If he had tried to copy everyone else, he probably wouldn't have stood out. Instead, he embraced his unique personality and trusted that being genuine was enough. And it was. So the next time life doesn't go according to your plans, remember Khaby Lame. The closed door you're staring at today might actually be leading you toward an opportunity you never imagined. Your biggest setback could become the beginning of your greatest success. Because sometimes, the simplest ideas create the biggest impact. And sometimes, the quietest person in the room ends up inspiring the entire world. That is the incredible story of Khaby Lame, a young man who turned unemployment into opportunity, silence into a universal language, and ordinary moments into extraordinary success. His journey reminds us that no matter where you come from or what obstacles stand in your way, your story is still being written. And just like Khaby's, the best chapter may still be ahead.